I have 8 very detailed subjects that I pick up and work through each one of them. I work through the creative permission and the creative process that happens inside us, even before we catch it through words. For example, imagination. For example, observation. And for example, exploration. In the second session, I talk about putting that around the structure of words and to go through transitions and how to develop our narratives from multiple perspectives, from the play of narratives in first, second, third person and so many other ways, which does not only help us to tell our story, but also helps us to understand our own stories and in the process to develop self-awareness. I then work with words, verbs, vocabulary, diction, pronunciation, and how we can use the voice. I also use a whole lot of experiential voice techniques which will help us develop our voice. I also talk about what are the entry points into a conversation, how we can make our mark, how to select our words, how to choose, how to use pause and silence. I work with the body, mind, and the flow of our communication. Because our body movement, our hand gestures, our eye movement, our face muscles is not without the mind. So it is really a marriage of the content and the delivery. I work through the stage space or the screen space and how we can make effective use of the multiple ways in which we deliver and communicate our speeches. I, of course, work a whole lot on the psychosocial element of audience, rapport, connection, power, how to develop trust, how to develop a signature, how to become a person that they look up to, how to develop both a sense of authority and a sense of approachability. With everything, with your dressing sense to your way of communication, to your voice, to your style and every single aspect. This is a very detailed program where I also finally help you to develop 2 things. 1, the reserve power, the story library inside us. How we can access the right things and remember the right words to say at the right moment, and how to work through that reserve power to make best use of our knowledge in our spoken words. And finally, in the last session, I bring in what is the most essential bit of any creative expression: joy. Joy and your personal signature and legacy. Because if we are not having fun, nobody is having fun. The essential purpose of creative communication is to be in that space of goodwill and well-being, of trust, of enjoying what we are doing, and to be able to join the dots, each of the dots through each of our stories, to bring about a sense of personal branding, signature, and thereafter a legacy, to be remembered for the person who we truly are.